You're listening to the Midwest Most Dangerous Podcast, Lock Pod, Left of Center Podcast, coming to you live from the NECA IBW Powering Indiana Lake County Studio, Season 16, Episode 9.
It's the weekend. It's the weekend. John, it's the weekend.
It's the weekend, baby.
More importantly, it's
Joe.
Taylor Swift Day.
Taylor Swift Day.
Oh, let's talk about that a little bit.
Sure. I already listened to it once.
Wow. All the way through?
Yeah.
I'm six deep.
When did it come?
What do you mean?
Excuse me?
You've listened to it 6 times?
Yeah.
Holy shit.
It's not a long album.
I know. And they're short songs.
Yeah.
What time did it come out?
Midnight.
11 p.m.
What time did you get up to listen to it?
5 o'clock.
5 a.m. Like you woke up and pressed
I woke
play.
up not to listen to it. I woke up because I'm alive. Okay. I didn't like fucking wake up and like, oh my God, Taylor's. I woke up because I'm a fucking functioning
Well, that's
adult.
what I asked. I said, what time did you wake up to listen to it? And you said 5 a.m.
No, you said what time did I wake up to listen to it? I woke up because I was alive.
Okay.
I had to go to the bathroom like a normal human
What
being.
time did you hit
While
play?
I was awake, I decided to listen to it. Okay?
At what time?
5 o'clock. Right off the bat.
I love it.
Wow.
And what's
I'm
the
a Swiftie.
reviews?
I love it. I think it's great.
What's the name of it?
The Life of a Showgirl.
The Life of a Showgirl.
Yeah,
I
where's
think it's
this
great.
picture? Is this the
Oh my
album
God,
cover?
dude. Yes. She's so gorgeous, right?
You should
Is
go
she
on the one
alive
she
or?
just dropped on her Instagram. You'll
What's
like
that?
those. She
Really?
just dropped some new
Could you pull them up,
photos on
John?
her
Yes, absolutely.
Dude, that's a great picture. I mean, I think honestly.
Yeah,
She's
here,
like
let me
flo-
go
is
to
she
the back to
floating
this.
in water? Is that
Yeah,
the
she's
idea?
got like she's taking a picture in water. She's in a showgirl's dress, and
Life
the
of a
water is
Showgirl.
covering her whole body except for her mouth.
The,
And
the first song talks about Ophelia from Hamlet. Who
Oh.
She kills herself and she drowns.
All right, there
There's
you
a
go.
connection.
All right.
Showgirl.
Taylor
It's
Swift,
It's all connected.
Instagram.
If you're a Swiftie, like
Yeah.
Tom and Jill in this place.
I already like downloaded it to my favorites list, and
Oh,
yeah,
my.
Isn't she
Oh,
like
there
There's
you
like
go.
10. Yeah, click that. The pin, that first pin.
This one?
Yeah, there's like 10 of them.
Newly
or something.
engaged.
Let's
Taylor
go,
Swift.
Let's
Oh,
go.
it won't let me. Oh, fuck Instagram, man.
Yeah, yeah. I'm a huge.
There you go.
fan.
Whoa.
Like
The
I think, besides I love her music, but I think she's gorgeous too. Like she's freaking ridiculous. Like,
Travis
ridiculous.
Kelce's gal.
Yep, he's a lucky man. So,
He
but
married a
like,
billionaire.
he
Damn.
married a billionaire.
T Swift.
Yeah,
Vegas
and
residency? Do you think?
I saw something on the strip.
Sphere?
They were like doing like little Easter eggs. They did something on the strip. It was like TS3, and it's like making it seem like she's gonna do a residency.
Oh, residency. Could you imagine her at the Sphere?
That would be amazing.
Whoa.
I just think she's too big. Like I don't think that the Sphere could handle her.
You're right, because the Sphere is probably like.
40,000, 35,000.
Is it
right?
that many?
I don't think it is actually. I think it's
No.
like 30,000.
I don't
And if
remember.
that's the case,
I thought it
there's
was less
no
than
way.
that.
She was playing crowds
No,
of
you're right.
100,000.
You're right. Well,
Like,
yeah, right.
They would have to. She would have to do like 5 nights a week. Just
like we went to
satisfy
Indy,
the
it was what,
demand.
25,000? 20 to
Indy?
30,000?
We were in a football stadium, Kevin.
Oh my God, you're right. I thought we were in the basketball
No,
stadium.
dude, it's probably
It was like
70,000.
70,000.
Yeah.
You're right.
Yeah,
Holy shit. What am I thinking? Yeah, you're right.
Yeah.
I mean, Kevin walked out of half the concert, so he wouldn't
dude,
know.
I know.
No, I did not
The
walk
hottest
out.
part of the whole
Yeah,
show.
right.
The
I
hottest
went-
part of the whole show.
Where the fuck is Kevin and Fez?
No,
are?
well,
We
like,
were
yeah.
in
First
the-
off, and then secondly, Kevin's like, "Let's get out of here."
We were in the
'Cause
merch
We all
line.
wanted to beat the crowd, okay? But like, I'm like, we're not leaving in this particular part. She's literally dressed in negligee, singing, and Kevin's like, "Oh, let's get the fuck out of here." It's like, no,
I didn't want to get caught in traffic.
we did not get.
We
caught
did not.
because Swifties are not going to leave. If
And
we
you have
left-
to admit, you're usually of that mind.
I agree.
Yeah.
But except for certain times.
Yeah,
Agreed.
like when he's weeping at a concert.
Thank you.
He's going to want to stay.
If I'm watching Taylor Swift, I'm not leaving that early. I'll leave.
Kleenex is out. We're staying.
Yeah.
Yeah,
The Kleenex
Fair
is
enough.
that's
out.
disgusting.
Kleenex is out for this
Yeah.
Instagram
I mean-
page.
Whoa,
But like so,
John.
but like in the playoffs, Kevin and I were at the playoffs the other day, and we did not leave early.
We did not. No, last
we
out.
stayed till the last.
Then we
out.
cruised.
Then
and we
cruised.
did a good job. We were out. We still got out probably the first 5%. But
Okay, so we're
speaking
done with
of,
Taylor Swift.
I mean, up to you.
Yeah.
By the way, congratulations, Taylor Swift. Download her album; it's freaking awesome.
Thank you for listening, Taylor.
I'll listen
I
to it
cannot
today.
wait until her next tour. I'm going. So,
All right.
Cubs, go
Yes.
Cubs, go baby!
I
We're
see
going
you
to
got
the
your
freaking
Dansby shirt on.
NLD because
Jersey
Dansby.
on.
So I wore this to game one, and
Mhm.
Dansby had a freaking game, dude. I was very proud of
Mhm.
this, right?
Especially defensively.
I went with Marissa to game one,
Mhm.
and then with game two, I went with Kevin,
Mm-hmm.
and I wore the Nico jersey,
Yes.
and we fucking sucked that game.
It's a
I'm
rough-
like
it was a
superstitious
rough
as
game.
hell.
Are you
right?
blaming Kevin?
No, I don't blame Kevin.
No,
I blame-
we've gone to many victories.
yes. That game sucked though. Game
It was
two
rough,
was
yeah.
brutal.
It was. I mean, beautiful day at Wrigley. Obviously, playoff
Everything was
atmosphere, gorgeous, fun. But Cubs didn't perform, and they got beat 3-0.
Jill, you know how brutal game two was?
How brutal was it?
I sold my game three tickets when I got
Ooh.
home. I was
I
like,
was-
I can't do it. I can't do it.
he
Like,
had
I
to-
was
okay, so
depressed. I was
he-
depressed after that game.
He was talking about it, and I was like, man, are you sure you want to do that? Because you could be at one of the best games of the year. And he's like, nope, I'm done. No, I got to get rid of him. It's too.
Plus, it was like, okay.
which
plus,
I
was
understand.
away from work for 2 days. in a row.
Agreed. I get it.
And then it was like a third day. And by the way, so like the first day I missed, a half a day of work, right, to go to the Cubs game, right? And they played awesome. So it was worth it, right? So the second day I missed a half a day of work to go to the Cubs game, and they freaking suck so
Laid
bad.
an egg.
They suck so bad. I felt like I'm a bad mayor. I'm like, what am I doing here with these freaking losers?
Well,
Like,
just-
it's like they didn't even want to play. So I'm like looking at a third day off, and I'm like, and I had tickets.
Well, let's make
So I
sure
just
people
flipped
know
them.
what the deal is. So, like in the wild card round for baseball, it's 2 out of 3, and
In the
all
first
the
round,
games
right.
are at one place. In this instance, they were all at Wrigley Field. 3 games. You had to win 2 out of 3, and then it was 1 game to 1 game going in to get the final game of the series.
And I sold the clincher tickets for basically I gave them away.
And at least you got to not be stressed out. You got to watch the game in the comfort of your own home and be stressed out.
I watched
not
the
being at
entire
Wrigley.
game.
Yeah,
I
it was
worked out the whole
phenomenal.
time. By the way, and I hadn't been working out this week, so I worked out. I did one of my walks during the entire game. I walked the whole
The big, like the uphill 7.5
7.5.
degree.
I walked the whole
Till-
game and just
till you're
watched it.
almost
I was sweating
collapsed.
my freaking ass off by the end of the game.
Nose
And
bleeding, all that stuff.
no bloody nose.
Wait,
No
what
bloody
were we?
nose.
Oh, hot wings.
Wait, do you regret selling your ticket to that third game?
No,
now?
I don't. I think
Oh.
I would have jinxed him. I was
Tom
like, I felt
McDermott
like a
in the
jinx.
stadium.
Yeah, they're like,
They
oh,
lose.
shit.
Tom McDermott out of the
Right,
stadium.
yeah.
They won.
I'm superstitious when it comes
well,
to baseball.
it's funny like that. I used to be when I was a kid, the same way, and yeah,
But-
not as much anymore.
I'm going to Milwaukee.
Nice.
Hell yeah. By the way, I convinced my cohort here that it was wise to go to Milwaukee
Oh.
because it's 2 freaking hours away, right? If the Cubs were playing the Indianapolis baseball team, there's none,
No,
we would go,
not a
right?
major league team. Yes.
Right, we would go.
We would
If
go.
the Cubs are playing Milwaukee, it's closer. It's like we're
can't-
going to Milwaukee.
You can't get to a closer major league stadium unless the Cubs are playing the White Sox.
And you can stop at the Cheese Castle on the way back.
Hop in the
Yeah, I
RV.
mean,
It'll be probably midnight.
Oh, the RV.
It's more fun being the old Mars Cheese Castle. The new Mars Cheese Castle.
I don't know if I've been there
too-
since.
too
they-
If I
modern.
bring the RV, you have to go to the bathroom just to break it in.
I'd be
Even
happy
though-
to.
Yeah,
There you go.
Please
yeah.
get me right after
Just so
a
I
big
have
cup
to
of
clean it
coffee in
up.
the morning.
Just so I have to clean it
Hey
out.
Tom, you're gonna have to get that cleaned up before we take off.
Jeez. All right. So, what's your guys' prediction of this series?
I
think Cubs
really
are gonna
don't
win.
like the Brewers, so
I don't either.
yeah. I mean,
I don't think they're that good. I think the Brewers are totally, and the Brewers had the best record in baseball.
best record in baseball,
And
but
they
I-
don't intimidate me
Oh,
in the
boy.
slightest
Agreed.
bit, dude.
Agreed.
I think the Cubs are going to freaking compete with them better. I think the Cubs were more likely to lose to San Diego than they are to Milwaukee.
I was talking to my brother yesterday. Of course, he's out in Dodger land, and he does the radio station that he is on every day is the Dodger station as well. And he was like, I see the NL West a lot out here, and he's like, I thought the Padres were going to beat the Cubs.
I did too.
He
The
said they're-
Padres are awesome. And the Padres have to play the Dodgers all season long.
Yeah, that's what he
Dodgers
said.
are the best team in baseball, and the Padres compete well with them. So
They
when
beat
they
up
come
on
to
them.
Wrigley, they're not intimidated by the freaking Cubs,
No,
dude.
no.
They came in here like, fuck you, Cubs. We're going to kick your ass.
One of the bonuses of Game 2 is our seats were right behind the Padres' wives section,
That was outstanding.
which was great.
It was amazing.
I was
You
like,
got to see
wow.
baseball wives the whole game, just like parading right by us.
Yeah, and it was great that the organization gave them these cool like jackets with their like husband
Yeah, with
or
their names on
boyfriends
it.
or dads. Some
Yeah.
of the, like there
You're
was
like,
like
oh,
there was
there's-
like sons and daughters there.
There's
dads.
Tatis's wife. It's like
Yeah, and it's like had the player's name on their like T-shirt, which was
Nice.
kind of cool. Yeah, it was pretty.
they even
interesting.
had their girlfriends.
They had girlfriends.
Oh, that's Tatis's
had-
wife. There's Tatis's girlfriend
I didn't see
right
that.
there. Yeah.
I only saw one.
She was labeled also.
I only
Yeah.
saw one
Yeah.
Tatis T-shirt. And
it was
uh,
weird. They sat them right by each other.
I didn't see any of that. It could
It
have
was
been
like
his
a
wife and
sister
daughter,
wife.
wife and sister-in-law.
I think Tatis has multiple wives.
I don't think that's true.
Was it like a Coldplay concert? You're saying?
No.
No.
Jeez.
But they were, so it was interesting. We had a good vantage point of that. But
Government
so go
shut-
Cubs, go.
Go Cubs, go. So yeah, we got some
Best of 5.
best of 5 next round. So it's game 1 Saturday, game 2 Monday in Milwaukee, games 3 and 4 in Wrigley, baby.
Oh, wow.
Wednesday,
and then
Thursday.
a possible game 5 on Saturday in Milwaukee.
Okay,
That's the 5-game schedule. Hopefully the Cubs.
need to get organized.
But my season ticket package, I got game 3 tickets. Like I got.
No way.
So for my season tickets, I'm in with a group, okay?
Yeah.
And like dudes in the group are going for like the National League Championship Series, the World Series. I went all in the first round. Dude, I was like, these guys
Now
suck.
talk about confidence.
I had no confidence. So I got game 1, game 3, and game 4
May work
for my
out,
season
dude.
tickets.
May work out.
And I'm fucking hooked, dude.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You're
1,
like-
3, and 4. So I went to
So you're
2
home-
already.
So you're
and
home.
I got the first round of I'm home Wednesday.
Oh, yeah, because game 3 was yesterday. I got
Right.
it. Yeah,
So game
yeah.
4, I got Wednesday. And then if the Cubs go to the World Series, I'm the dumbest guy in the group. But if
Or
the Cubs get
NLCS.
eliminated, if the Cubs, I'll be paying expensive tickets.
Right.
Because I'm still going to go. It's just I'm going to be dropping.
So the
dough.
best scenario for your picks with 1, 3, and 4 would have been they sweep 1 and 2, and
Yes.
then you get 2 for the
That would have been
NLDS.
huge.
Yeah. All right,
How about
not
this,
bad,
though? Have you looked at the tickets for Milwaukee?
Yes.
Yeah, they're not going to be cheap. Bro.
No, they're not.
I mean, it's going to be like $500 to go.
Yikes.
Yeah. So, but it's Cubs. It's
You can
playoffs.
donate to Tom and Kevin's trip to
Yeah, dude,
Milwaukee
do we have a
on
GoFundMe?
lockpod.com.
Big balls.
Big
Big
balls,
balls
at
with the Z.
lockpod.
With the Z.
Wait,
Hey, by
that-
the way,
it's
we
real.
are going to get that email, right?
It's real. It's
No, it's
done.
active.
It's created.
Big balls with a Z
Yes.
at lockpod.com.
Yeah.
Please test it out.
Yeah.
I want to.
Put that on your RV. Like wrap your RV
Oh,
with that.
God. Yeah.
Wrap
it.
Marissa's
Fucking-
going to love that.
Yeah.
Marissa
Yes.
comes
Or
home from her...
specialty license plate.
Marissa's present when she gets
Big
home from her
balls.
vacation. Or, the next time is going to be a
Honey,
wrapped
look.
RV.
It says big balls with a
Tom
Z.
and I get back from Milwaukee. It's wrapped.
Okay, so if you want to reach Lockpod, you could email bigballs with a Z at lockpod.com. Is that true?
Yep.
Well, I can tell you this. I tried to
That's
email
outstanding.
Steve at lockpod.com about
bounces
somebody that
back?
wanted to sponsor, and it bounced back.
Dude, by the way, we can't say it.
No, it's just don't even
It's a national
don't say
brand.
it.
don't
Don't
even
say
say
it.
don't.
I'm
We're
gonna
not
say
we're
it.
not anywhere near there.
No, don't say it.
We're
Are
not
we gonna
anywhere
get
close.
swag?
Chill.
Are we
Don't
gonna get
say
swag?
it.
Badass.
Don't say it.
We're
We
not-
have fans.
we're-
Lockpod has fans. Why are you guys shitting on it? I'm not
because
saying
I'm
not
not
done
jinxing
yet.
it. You don't want to go into Wrigley Field.
Listen, this is badass. We got reached out by a national brand, and they want to sponsor the show.
That's all we're saying at this
And so
point.
we're pushing back. We were like, we want $5 million.
Unfortunately,
Oh.
Fuck that. Fuck
Yeah.
that 50,000. We're thinking like $5
finally we
million,
can go to
right?
Milwaukee.
Dude,
5
right?
million.
Yeah.
Right? Isn't that awesome, Jill?
Get us some swag.
Push
That's
for
what I
7
want.
figures,
That
right?
didn't-
Fuck
that
that
didn't
small
happen.
Or a
money
t-shirt.
shit.
Or just a t-shirt.
A t-shirt.
All I know is
5 million. Okay. Do you have a t-shirt for each of us?
Yeah.
And a
Sold.
polo.
Sold.
And a Subway
maybe a
gift
Cubs
card.
That's
ticket.
badass, though. We have
Yeah.
a national brand looking at Lockpod.
all I can tell you is the first thing that happened
Depends.
was I said, "Here's."
Depends.
I said, "You need to reach out to
Depends.
Steve at lockpod.com," and it bounced back.
Oh, my
that
God.
was like, oh, awesome.
Did you try big balls?
I did not mention that.
See, we have to have Steve at Lockpod
There goes the
active.
sponsor.
No, because we cannot go to this national brand and be like, okay, email me at bigballs at lockpod.com. That
With
would
a
not-
Z.
With a Z. It's not big. It's not what you think. It's big balls with a Z, right?
Yeah, everything's cooler with
Whoa,
a Z.
did you think it was about testicles? No, it's not about testicles. It's big
Just ask
balls.
Tom.
Yeah.
It is legit. If you need to email us for anything, bigballs at lockpod.com and
And
Steve at lockpod.com also works.
It works.
Does it just redirect to that to the balls one?
Probably. No, I think it's the opposite. I think big balls redirect.
I want
to Steve.
access to big balls at Lockpod. I want that on my phone.
Okay.
No.
No, I want people to be able to reach me at bigballs at lockpod.com.
Can you imagine replying from that, Tom?
Yes.
Yeah.
It's my Lockpod handle.
That's
Big
gonna
Dear
balls.
be another
Mayor,
Google
dear
The
Mayor
calendar.
locomotive
Tom.
is gone. It's
Yeah.
bigballs at lockpod.com.
We'll get it
Wait,
set up.
are you giving are you giving that to yourself?
I love that email address. I freaking made it up. So let's run with it. It's awesome. Bigballs at lockpod.com. That's the best email address I've ever heard.
Oh man.
Sometimes
Can you imagine when they
I love this show.
Pull those
sometimes.
emails up and like Spiros is like
In
court
court?
case, and it's like big balls at lockpod.com
They're like,
said.
could you explain big balls? And I'll be like, it's a Lockpod thing. You have to understand. It's like my handle.
So you should have
It's not
said
real.
okay,
It's your
so
handle, uh-huh.
It's my handle.
The ironic thing about that thing you just said, Tom, or I'm sorry, John,
Yeah.
About
is that-
handling my balls?
no, about Lockpod playing in court. It actually happened.
Yeah.
And Tom and I both looked at each other when this
That
was,
was
I
horrifying.
So Tom's on the witness stand.
That was
I'm
horrifying.
I'm at the attorney's table, and we're both, and they're like, we'd like, Your Honor, we'd like to. Can we mark this as exhibit
Oh, my
14?
God. It was
And all of a
mortifying.
sudden, on the screen is like me and Tom at at the podcast, and they hit play, and Tom and I look at each other like,
Oh, no.
"Oh shit!"
You have no idea what that. You have no fucking clue.
For
what's
all we
coming.
know, it could be about big
anything.
balls. You know, we don't
It could
know.
be fucking anything. And it wasn't that bad.
No,
but
it
it scared
wasn't.
the shit out of me. I have to admit. Because we already talked about this. Like, Lockpod in its place is great. But if you're like reading it in the newspaper, you're like, this guy's an asshole, right?
Like, he said what?
He said that? Like, what a fucking asshole.
We're
But
just
on
having a
Lockpod.
we're just having a conversation in a room.
Right.
Like,
But like on Lockpod, it's totally appropriate. But in your Sunday paper, not appropriate.
So like,
or in the
other words,
courtroom, no.
On Sunday, when they have an article about Tom this week, it'll say, by the way, you can reach the mayor at his new email, bigballs at lockpod.com. That'll be in the newspaper,
With a
and it won't
Z.
look good.
I want to do it anyway
I
because
know,
it's
but I'm
like
just
part
saying.
of the handle.
No, I was using it as an example of like in
Yeah,
print.
I agree. No, when this happens, because it will, you guys can say I told you so. Okay, I acknowledge it right now. This season 16, episode 9. I acknowledge this will backfire. This email handle. Okay, I acknowledge it's going to backfire. It's going to be played in a horribly humiliating manner,
for sure.
and you guys will be right.
At Mayor's Night Out, someone will get up. Mayor, I emailed you at bigballs at lockpod.com and I didn't get a response.
It's at lockpod.com. That's the key part of that. It's not
LOC.
big balls at Go Hammond.
that better bounce back.
That would be tough.
Chris in chat says, I don't think I've ever heard a politician say big balls so
many
many times in
times.
such a short period of time.
Usually it's just once.
I'm not a very good politician. Let's be honest.
You get
No,
what
I
you
think
pay
you're a
for
very
here
good
at
one.
Lockpod.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
I don't know.
I mean,
I don't know.
you're putting it all out there. No one could deny that.
I'm not fake.
No one could say like you're a stuffed shirt.
No, I don't think you're gonna say that about me. But like, I don't
Not
think
a
I'm very
shirt.
good. Honestly, like all these other guys are way better at it than I am.
You're not bad.
I know I'm not bad. I'm good at running the city. I'm not a very good politician though. So,
All right. This is kind of let's move on from
sure.
Tom having to say big balls another 20 times. And
No,
we're going to
it's
move
no
on.
It's
one's
8:30.
making him
We got to
do
wrap up
that.
the show.
Yeah, it's 8:30.
What's gonna be the name
Thank
of the
you
show
for
today?
listening.
We already did
With
that
the-
one.
No,
Yeah.
I know what that is. This is definitely going to backfire on me.
Oh, that's a good one. That's a good one.
All right. So
I
this-
acknowledge it's gonna backfire.
Speaking of something that it might backfire, I mean, or should backfire, I saw this week. And thank you to one of our listeners for our dedicated listeners for forwarding this on to me. UFC fight on White House lawn.
Yeah, this is crazy.
So-
I didn't think this was real.
Oh, it's
This
real.
is kind of shit I would do on April Fools,
right. Exactly.
Not wrong.
right? And people would go
unfortunately,
ape shit for it, right?
Yeah, it's not an April Fool's joke. So so let's think about this. The nation is turning 250 years next year. 250 years old. Now,
Yeah.
Tom and I are old enough to remember in second grade when the nation turned 200 years old.
Yeah, that was a
and
big
it was
deal.
like a big deal. There was
Yeah.
all this like pomp and circumstance.
Bicentennial.
I think
Who was the president?
president was Jimmy
Carter.
Carter.
Yeah,
Yes.
Jimmy Carter.
Wow.
And there's all this fun stuff at school and doing all this cool stuff and waving flags and everything. And 50 years, go forward 50 years, we're into AI and technology and everything else. And the president decided the coolest thing to do would do a UFC fight on the White House lawn, including weigh-ins at the Lincoln Memorial.
Oh wow.
So this is what's good. Yeah, this is how we're going to celebrate 250 years of the best
Are they
democracy
going to have
in the world ever.
American fighters beating the shit out of British fighters? That'd be cool.
That would
right?
be awesome.
That'd be great.
Right?
Dressed up as Minutemen.
Yeah,
and
they're
red
all
coats.
they're all British and they're like lower ranked, like they're just shitty, and
They
we
have
just beat the
bayonets.
shit out of them.
I'm on
Everybody.
board.
Yeah.
It's like the American guys always
now
winning.
that I could get on board with. But
yeah, we
instead,
beat the shit out of British people. I mean, out of British UFC soldiers the whole
Instead,
time.
they're going to have a non-American counter. I
They
don't
have to wear the rigs, the whole thing. They're just getting pounded.
Now,
Right?
see,
See,
that-
that's fucking
that's
bicentennial.
better.
That's
See,
250
like-
years of
but
celebration.
Instead, they're going to have Conor McGregor. I don't even know if he's a U.S. citizen. Going to be, I guess, part of this whole thing.
UFC
this is
is
interesting.
planning a massive event at the White House on July 4th, 2026, to mark America's 250th birthday. And tonight, UFC CEO Dana White shared renderings of the event during a Fox News interview with Brett Baer.
It's going to be under 5,000 people. It depends on how much the lawn can hold. As far as weight, the octagon itself weighs 15,000 pounds. So we don't know. We're still working it out. And my vision for this thing is we have this big arch, as you can see, with the lighting grid, because what I want is the White House in the back. And then when you shoot, when the fight goes around to the other side, you'll see the Washington Monument. At first he put Ivanka in charge of handling this thing and putting it together. And when we sent the plans over to Ivanka, she said, "Dana, you do not mess around."
Dude, I
we
fucking
keep
hate
going?
it here.
You
hate
can,
what?
yeah,
I hate it here.
You can keep.
It's so weird,
you can keep-
isn't
it's so bizarre. You can keep going, John.
Okay.
Yeah, another minute.
I'll say. Dana White says the event will seat under 5,000 people near the Octagon. But another area nearby could hold up to 85,000 fans.
We can fit 85,000 people over there. We're going to have a stage where music, we'll have bands playing all day, and then people will be able to bring blankets and, lay around and watch the fights. We'll have screens up everywhere for everybody. We're literally going to take over Washington, D.C. that week. We're going to do the weigh-ins there. We're going to have fan events.
At the Lincoln Memorial.
That's what we're talking about, yeah. And we'll have fan events all week. We're going to do our expo there and just a total Washington, D.C. takeover.
All right. Washington, D.C. takeover by UFC. I guess UFC is going to have a good weekend when it's the July 4th of next year. That's what we got going.
What's
I wonder
the
what
thing,
else
Joe?
will be happening.
I know. It's like, I don't know.
It just shouldn't be commercial. I just don't
I
think
mean, why
our
would- I
nation's
mean-
birthday should be commercialized like that.
If it was like a baseball game, an American pastime, like UFC isn't exactly an American pastime.
No.
It's a new phenomenon.
Yeah.
More than within the last, 10,
20
years?
Yeah,
right.
sure. Yeah.
I mean,
just not on the lawn. I mean, have a big UFC fight in Washington that day. There's going to be a Washington Nationals game that day. There'll probably be a Cubs game that day. Go support your team. But I don't know. I just think this is like commercializing an area like the White House lawn that shouldn't
we
be
should do that at
commercialized.
City Hall, man. Like,
Dude,
we
I'll
have
beat
that
the
area.
shit out of somebody.
But like, think about it. The little garden in the back.
Mm-hmm.
You could do something in there and then like put like lights over it. That'd be badass.
Employee Olympics.
Oh yeah, that
Employee
Employee
Olympics.
Olympics, but it's like it's cool that it's sunken, so it
Yeah.
can almost be like a.
So you can
like
build
a-
stands up on the outside and then
Yes.
build a whole thing.
that
and,
is
like, have a
awesome.
like
idea.
a death fight,
Like a gladiator.
a gladiator fight.
Fight to the
Does
Fight to
that
the
count
death.
towards one of our murders?
No, man, and
That
maybe
would
it's
suck.
a homicide. It would be.
It's
a
like,
homicide.
Mayor, we were having a great year until you had that death match in City Hall parking lot.
Why is there a tiger?
Yeah, why is there? Did the tiger get out from the
We'll
circus?
keep him at the Civic Center. Yeah, we'll
let's
stage
get him
him.
ready.
All
All
right.
right. Well, that's going to be interesting next year. We're going to build up to that. Who knows what season we'll be in on July 4th of 26.
Yeah. All right. So here we are. I can figure it out real quick. We'll be in 18 or something like that.
All right.
All right.
16, 8, 19, 18, 19, 20, something like that.
I'm not a fan of golf, professional golf. I do not watch it.
Same.
Okay. But
I love it.
I did catch a lot of clips of the Ryder Cup, and I know that the Ryder Cup is a competition between us and Europe, right?
Correct. Yeah, there's the President's Cup in between, which is U.S. versus the world. That's next year. And then the Ryder Cup is every 2 years, and it switches between United States and Europe. Unlike your regular game, and when you see the Masters or something, it's individual. Ryder Cup is team play. So it's like there's certain people picked for the U.S. by their captain, certain people picked for Europe by their captain, and they compete over a 3-day event.
Yeah.
This year is at Bethpage Black in New York.
Which is Long Island, right?
Is it Long Island? I don't
Yeah.
know. Yeah.
I'm pretty sure it is.
Matt was there.
Was he?
He said yeah, because
Was it as brutal as it seemed? Because I don't know if anybody should tell you what we're talking about here is. I think we embarrassed our country during this. I mean, and the European team from the European team Ryder Cup team, they were just getting heckled and all kinds of.
It was bad. And then going in, by the way, like as the build up, it's always the fans are always really active at the Ryder Cup. Okay, whether it be in U.S. or Europe. Going in, people were saying the New York fans were going to be brutal. All right, just in general, they were just saying it was going to be, but it was really brutal.
But like, I'll be honest, I go to baseball games, football games, and you don't really. I mean, I know at a baseball game, let's say you were in the outfield at Wrigley, Kevin, and you were like laying into an opposing player because we do that sometimes, right? If it gets too bad, the Cubs guards come over.
will come over.
And that's baseball, right?
Yeah.
And you're not supposed to be quiet at a baseball game. You could be loud, right? At golf, you're supposed to be quiet. The
Yes.
fans are supposed to be quiet when they're teeing off and they're hitting the ball.
Without a doubt.
So, like, just the fact that you're yelling out is
Unusual.
bad etiquette.
Yeah, bad etiquette. There's one event every year, Waste Management in Phoenix, where there's this one hole, this par 3, where everyone cheers and jeers and everything. But that's one hole. Generally, you're supposed to be respectful. And by the way, one thing about golf, different than the example you gave about baseball, even when you're in the bleachers, you're not on the field of play.
True.
Right? You're probably still 150 feet from
Totally.
anybody.
Even if you're close, you're still
right.
hundreds of feet from them.
In golf, you're just behind a rope line.
Yeah.
And
the same
players
level.
same level. The players are walking by probably 20 feet away. Sometimes when the ball's near the rope line or in the rope line, the fans are right around the player. And it got real bad. In fact, they had to call the state police to come out and basically just monitor the situation. It got real bad. And so, John, I don't know if you can find the first clip. It says there's like it says 2-minute summary of the event.
Yeah, I got it.
This is a good clip.
Okay.
I just watched the craziest Ryder Cup match I've ever seen. You suck, Rory! Rory McIlroy, Shane Lowry, Justin Thomas, Cam Young. It was mostly crazy because today New York fans said the American golfers aren't playing well enough. We are going to do what we can do, which was berate the hell out of Rory and Shane throughout the entirety of the round. Before long, extra state troopers were in walking the grounds. There were 3 really popular words. They were you, Rory, comments about his family, comments about Shane Lowry's weight. Gumbo, you ain't moving! Comments about rumors that you hear about Rory McIlroy, Pinehurst, Bryson. A lot of it is stuff that I can't say on camera, but just know that they took it over the line today. It's been the Long Island fans against Rory his entire existence on the property this week, which is why Shane Lowry's paired with him. He ends up playing the older brother role. He's sitting there watching Rory tee off, looking for people spouting off, trying to have people ejected if they are going across the theoretical line. At some point, Big Brother balls out too, makes back-to-back birdies. It matriculates to 17. They trade off birdies, meaning that Europe is going to at least get half a point, and Rory points to the crowd, and he goes, F you, and F you. And after putting up with at least 4 hours of abuse, suddenly all the Americans went quiet, and it was the European fans saying, that was the perfect cyclical moment for the day. He closed out the match on 18, bear hugged his buddy, and then got back in the cart and decided to go join his teammates.
Yeah, so you got to realize Europeans are probably better at chanting just because of all the soccer chants.
Yeah.
So when they were doing "In Your Head," that was really good.
Wait, is that a soccer chant or something?
Well, yeah,
It's supposed to be like the
usually,
Cranberries?
Yes, exactly.
Ah.
So they're
In
doing
your
a cranberry.
head,
Yes,
Rory,
in
Rory,
your
Rory.
head.
and then they say Rory, Rory. in your
Okay,
head.
good
Yeah.
stuff. I
yeah,
like it.
so that was cool, and it was a little back and forth. I saw Paul Azinger, who's a really popular commentator on PGA Tour, say like, look, I love Rory because he supported the PGA over Live, but he kind of stepped over the line too by saying like F you, F you, F you. It's like, okay, if you want to
but
be,
if you get 4 hours of
Agree.
like they're talking
I mean,
about
it's hard.
your wife's
They were-
anatomy, they're
yes.
talking about your struggles and your marital struggles,
Yes.
and they're like talking about how fat your partner is.
and Shane Lowry, by all accounts, is a great guy, by the way, Irish guy. They're both Irish, and he even like I saw a clip, which I don't think we're going to play this, but like they were calling Rory, like different names for homosexuals, things like that, just crazy stuff, like really pretty bad stuff. And Rory got him back. And if you know anything about golf, Bryson DeChambeau, big American. Some people love him, some people hate him. And after they won, Rory did this to the DeChambeau. They have all the players' names on this like banner. And after they won, this is what Rory did to DeChambeau's name. It's crazy.
Oh, wow.
So they cover up DeChambeau's name with the European flag. And I was like, whoa. So that's good, John. I don't know if you, so that was good. And then the last thing they did, and this was crazy, the European team did this to President Trump. Again, a great chant by some Europeans, like a soccer chant.
Are you watching? Are you watching? Are you watching? Are you watching Donald Trump? Are you watching Donald Trump?
That was not a great chant.
I agree. They
With
should
the
do better if they're
with the
gonna-
trophy.
Be better.
Yeah, they're golfers, probably. They're soccer
But
players.
still,
second
you're
or
like
third.
doing something to try to diss the president, and you can't even, you're not even on the same page.
And the president actually wrote back and said, "Yes, I'm
Yeah.
watching. Congratulations."
Nice.
There you go.
The most normal thing he's ever tweeted.
Yeah, I
Yeah,
agree.
no
I was
kidding.
shocking that
No
I
kidding.
wondered if he actually did that.
I know. No, he didn't. He's a monster.
Yeah, he's crazy. So, but that was interesting. I thought it was, and actually, I wore my Ryder Cup the last time the Americans won. Was at Whistling Straits.
Boy.
Yeah,
But like, I tell you,
21.
it's sort of embarrassing to see that. It really is, because like Europe is watching, the world is watching, and we just have a bunch of people that just act like little animals.
and
It's just-
and confirm a lot of things that people
Yes.
say about the ugly American persona, right?
Right.
Like when we're in Europe or when we're
Right.
we don't behave ourselves. We
Right.
don't have good manners.
Right.
And, yeah. Just kind of
Boorish.
that. Yeah. Yep.
ignorant. It's just like I don't like what I think that the president's doing to the country. I don't like it. It just brings out people's ignorance.
I think it allows people to think that they can behave poorly and uncivil, but you know,
it's like it's more acceptable now.
Yeah, it's more acceptable, and and unfortunately it spills over to all aspects of society. You see it when you talk to judges; they'll say people are less courteous in court, things like that, and you know, it's scary. It just, we can go on and on. Anyway, should we do some ads?
Sure.
Right, let's do some ads. Come back. We got mailbag.
Mailbag. We got mail and voicemail bag.
Voicemail bag.
Voicemail
Is that
bag.
a different sound?
Yeah, it's
you better think about
voicemail
that.
bag. So it's
like
from
that.
the same. It's from the same person, and there's some that may be concerned when they hear these voicemail. But the person's running for Congress.
All right,
that means that
stay tuned.
They are not batshit crazy. So let's keep that, because if you're running for Congress, you got to be an upstanding citizen, right?
Or you might be batshit crazy if you're ever.
So anyway, we'll let you determine if this person is somebody I should be concerned with, or if it's a legitimate congressional candidate. And then we're going to talk about Todd Rokita targeting Indiana school teachers and making sure that
they toe the line.
You've got to toe the freaking line, teachers. You can't be pissing off the Attorney General.
Your license could be at stake.
So,
all right.
Let's go ahead and do some ads first. When we come back, we'll talk about those great subjects. First off, we'll talk about our great studio sponsor, our premier in-studio sponsor. Powering Indiana Lake County is your choice for the region's most trusted electricians. At Powering Indiana Lake County, we set the standard for excellence in electrical work. As IBW Local 697 electrical contractors, they ensure safety, reliability, and quality for Northwest Indiana corporations, businesses, and homes. But our mission goes beyond the job site. We're creating a brighter future for the region we proudly serve. Powering Indiana Lake County, bringing excellence to the job, creating a brighter future for our community. Find the right electrical contractor at poweringindiana.org.
Prestmer Insurance Agency. For decades, the Ron J. Prestmer Insurance Agency has been located right on Indianapolis Boulevard, serving all your insurance needs. The Prestmer Agency specializes in a wide range of insurance products and services, including auto, home, business, life, and much more. Prestmer Agency serves thousands of people and businesses throughout Chicagoland and the Midwest. Call Ron or Ronnie today at 219-844-0103. They're here to protect what matters most to you.
Calumet Brewing, it's not about the miles you ran, the perfect score, or even the final victory. It's about the joy in the journey. The high fives after a friendly game, the feeling of accomplishment, the shared laughter. That's the moment worth toasting. With only 95 calories and 2.6 carbs, Michelob Ultra is the refreshing, crisp reward that makes the moment better. Michelob Ultra. It's only worth it if you enjoy it. Head over to the Cal Brew or Michelob Ultra websites and social media pages for more info on this great family of beers. Enjoy the Michelob Ultra lifestyle with beers and cheers responsibly.
Tortillas Nuevo Leon has been a sponsor on our show from the get, and we appreciate them. Tortillas Nuevo Leon is the gold standard in Mexican cuisine across the Midwest. Look for Tortillas Nuevo Leon's popular red and white label at your local grocery store and enjoy quality Mexican products made with local expertise.
Tortillas Nuevo León, hechas con amor, para ti y tu familia de todo corazón. Tortillas Nuevo León, hechas con amor, para ti y tu familia, de todo corazón.
Misprint Printing. Elevate your brand with Misprint, the premier printing and sign solution in Chicagoland and Northwest Indiana. With a 30-year legacy of excellence, their experienced team, led by Rick Baltensberger, combines innovation and technology to deliver top-quality signs and printing and metal business cards and legalized marinara shirts, always on time and within budget. Conveniently located in Munster and Hammond, Misprint is your partner for creating impactful visual solutions that leave a lasting impression. Visit them at misprintusa.com to bring your vision to life today.
They're also currently wrapping Tom's RV and big balls.
And they do, no joke though, they do wrap cars, and they do a great job at it.
Kevin and I had the funniest thing happen to us the other day on the way to Chicago, and it happened, and we both wrote it down in our notes, and we were talking about it yesterday, and I'm like, we cannot say this on the show. I'm going to get in trouble. Somebody will get in trouble, and we bailed.
It was
did.
a bumper sticker or what?
No, I can't even tell
It was
you.
an interaction with a motorcyclist on Lakeshore Drive.
It was hilarious, so you have to ask us after the show. And if you want to ask me off there, it's funny as hell, but it was too edgy for Lockpod.
Let's just say this guy's
It's
very
a great story.
Too edgy for Lockpod.
Too edgy for Lockpod. Let's just say this guy's very good at driving his bike. Very good.
So yeah. So anyway, we're gonna do some mailbag.
voicemail bag.
Voicemail bag.
Are we doing real mailbag first?
We'll do real mailbag
All right,
first.
so John?
Mailbag.
Thank you.
So we got a
That was
mailbag
live, by the way.
and a voicemail bag, but they're both from the same person, so this is appropriate. So the first mailbag was to me. It was it was a couple weeks ago. Okay.
Okay.
Mayor McDermott, find and extend eviction notices for residents in Hammond, Indiana. Hammond slumlords are unlawful, expelling residents along with police. This must end. Also, open up a homeless housing shelter for Hammond residents. The church is not a good solution as it's difficult to gain access and is inadequate. If one is not built and made by the winter, I will deem your office and personnel inadequate and have you all recommended for impeachment through the House of Representatives, Congress, and recommended federal prison for treason against our nation and our people, and you are not and will be in violation of the laws of ethics for professions. Sincerely, Gonzalez for Congress.
If you're a resident, can you be homeless?
Don't you have to have a Hammond
Imply that
address?
you're- All right. Anyway,
He's just-
I'm
he cares.
nitpicking.
But this is a gentleman that's running for Congress, and he wants me to open up a homeless shelter. God bless him. Okay, and he says basically, if I don't do that, then, and this is a couple weeks ago, then he is going to deem me inadequate and have me recommended for impeachment. So within 2 weeks of getting this, I hadn't opened up a homeless shelter yet. So
Look out.
Diego is fucking pissed.
Yeah.
So then he leaves voicemails for Hammond City Council people recommending my impeachment, which is the voicemail bag that we're going to play.
I love the intro, John, for the voicemail bag. That was great.
Hi, my name is Diego Gonzalez. I'm running for Congress. My Congress ID number is C008935511. The mayor, Thomas McDermott, has harassed me several times. Had the police go to my house, say I would be arrested if I ever went to City Hall again. He's threatened my life. He's been on my TikTok because I posted a video of the fire station, trying to get the fire station up. And he said, if you don't take this down, you'll get arrested. It's illegal. He harassed me on social media, which is illegal. I'm technically a member of office. I'm not office, but I'm running for election. So I'm an official, and not yet, but I'm a
candidate.
I'm a candidate.
There you go.
And technically, it's illegal to harass a candidate, and you can't take. It's illegal to have a candidate tell a candidate that they can't fix the city and do the things to get votes done. That's vote blocking or stopping a candidate. There's so many illegal things he's done. Also technically by the profession of ethics and ethicism. As a profession of ethics, that is illegal for him to do that. It's unethical professionally, and it's legal. I have a degree. I have won the award for Harvard University and Harvard Law at the age of 16 years old by the Reginald Lewis Foundation. I know what I'm talking about. I would appreciate it if you had him impeached. I just called my congressman at the goddamn Congress level in Washington. I just got a hold of Mervan's office, and then I called all the other constituents and congressmen, and I think they may have even filed a letter to FBI to have him investigated for corruption. So this is corruption, and I want impeachment.
I've never met this
That's
person.
my call. He said I have to go to the council level.
They have to go to the council level.
Diego Gonzalez Jr.
The FBI couldn't cut it. He's going to the council.
I've never met this person.
There's a lot of allegations there, Tom.
I don't know this person. I've never met this person, much less threatened this person. I have no idea.
Sent the police to his house?
Sent the police to his house. Like,
are you harassing him on TikTok?
Yeah. Like, I don't know this person. I've never met. That's like, so like why we play stuff like this is the whole reason we do this show is it's sort of like a snapshot into what it's like to be the mayor. And I come in here and complain a lot about stuff going on, but this kind of stuff happens too often where in the background of you trying to do your job, you trying to be a good mayor, you going out and giving good speeches. In the background, you have psychotic assholes that leave you voicemails like this. And you have to think about when I'm standing in front of everybody at Mayor's Night Out, is Diego out there with a fucking gun? And it's like unfortunate that people like this are running for office. Like, because allegedly he's running for Congress. And I find it ironic that he's running for Congress and he calls Congressman Mervan to have me impeached, and he's running against Congressman.
But, I was thinking about that too. Yeah.
I think, and I think the point you're making is a good one because it's changed since the time you got elected in 2004 to now. I mean, I remember when you first got elected, you used to get these like envelopes full of like just single space handwritten on and on and on and on.
Yeah.
The guy has, this person has mental illness, and you're just like, yeah, he's crazy, whatever. And like, it's changed to now where, like you said, this is still going on. You still have people that may have, issues in their life and whatever, and they're going to take it out on who? Oh, the mayor. But you don't know what they're going to do. You don't know what they're going to do.
He's obviously
I think that's
psychotic against me, and I'm like, never even met him.
Obsessed with you, whatever the case may be,
It's
right?
funny. I mean, yeah, that makes you sleep well at night.
Yeah, and I think you're right. This is like a window into, hey, this is part of Tom's life, daily life at City Hall. He has to deal with the regular issues that come up, the residents that vote for him and don't vote for him. He has to deal with their issues, and he has to deal with bigger issues and economic development, and then you have this in the background. So it's great. It's
an interesting job I have.
Have you thought about adding like metal detectors for like mayor's nights out? People having to go through it or get wanded or?
No, I mean, but we do have a lot of police officers in there.
Yeah. It's well protected.
Yeah, mayor's night out, and like the thing, Charlie Kirk was outside, and that opens up a whole host of possibilities for anybody.
Well, President Trump's attempted assassination outside.
Was outside also, right? Whereas I think nowadays what you're going to see is, until things cool down, you're going to see people going indoors, which takes away the weapons of
rooftop.
The rooftop, the rifle shots. You take that out of the equation, and then you just got to worry about somebody with a gun and
securing a building's a lot. I mean, you've had presidential candidates, you've had former vice presidents, you've had president, at the Civic Center, and securing that building's a lot different than securing a football field.
And they do metal detectors.
Oh,
so
yeah. And
they sweep it.
Yeah.
They sweep it with dogs. They sweep it, and then once they know it's secure on the inside, they guard it. And then everybody that comes in at that point gets checked. And as long as you stick to that code, you should be having you should have a safe event.
Yeah. So that's, I'm sure, what we're going to see
more
more of.
Isn't it weird though, Joe? I mean, that kind of shit. It's like, this guy's insane, right?
You can hear it in his voice. There's something that's just not right, And
yeah.
I don't know, Tom. Like, I was thinking when I was listening to this, do you ever, when you get stuff like this, do you ever really think like, man, is this worth it?
Yeah, you think that.
You think like your family hears this. Like, what do they think?
No, my family doesn't hear that shit.
Well, they do now. But it can't be, you know what I mean? It's very discomforting,
I'm sort of used to it. It's part of the job. It sucks, though. It's no good. And this guy, Diego, I think if he ever met me, he'd probably really like me. But he has this image in his head of who I am, and it's just like, you can't change that, especially if they got mental illness. This guy is psychotic. He sent me a letter and said, if you don't do this homeless shelter, it was late August. And then within 2 weeks, he's already calling for my impeachment with all the council members. He left that same voicemail, basically, to each of the council people. And they're just like, hey, Mayor, some psycho called my cell phone and is threatening you, basically. That's the message I get from my colleagues.
And he's saying you're harassing him on TikTok.
I've never even met this guy.
It's just
so it's like these ideations, right?
Yes.
And so you're concerned that like he believes this.
Yeah.
So.
And I sent the cops after him. Like, what the fuck? Like, that guy's insane.
Probably had the cops kind of come on their own.
If the cops come to his house because he's a psycho. I mean, if he's like this to me, imagine what he's like to his neighbors.
Right.
The people he actually sees every day. He's probably an asshole, all due respect. And then if you're an asshole to your neighbor and the cops show up, and then he's like, fucking McDermott sending the cops after me because he's insane, But I tell you one thing, I'm not voting for this guy for Congress. I can tell you that right now.
So we won't interview him on Lockpod?
I am not voting for this guy. I'll vote
we're
for
not having him
all
on
day over this guy. I can tell you that.
At least he gave us his congressional number. So we got that, whatever that is.
He lost a vote. Diego, you lost my vote, buddy. I just want you to know that.
You've been harassed.
I'm not. He's threatening me.
Yeah.
I'm not voting for you.
No.
I don't think you'd be very effective.
Speaking of being threatened, Indiana leaders are targeting educators over Charlie Kirk posts.
This is true.
Go ahead.
Okay. Indiana political leaders are now targeting educators over social media reactions to the death of conservative activist Charlie Kirk, a co-founder of Turning Point USA, who was assassinated on September 10th while speaking at Utah Valley University. Governor Mike Braun announced that the Indiana Department of Education is reviewing posts made by teachers and administrators and warned that teaching licenses could be suspended or revoked for misconduct. Attorney General Todd Rokita followed by urging schools and universities to discipline, even fire, staff who engage in what he called callous, crude, and controversial speech. Rokita's Eyes on Education portal has already logged nearly 30 complaints about educators' posts related to Kirk's death.
Yeah, so let's think about that. Remember,
we're not already hemorrhaging teachers.
I know. Like, you want to be a teacher? We got the freaking Big Brother portal. turn you in if you're not. If
we
you're
don't
too
pay
woke.
you anything. We're going to report you. Come be a teacher in Indiana.
Todd Rakita is totally rational, wouldn't you? I feel comfortable knowing he's watching all of our teachers.
Well, we talked about this Eyes on Education when it first came out, and we were like, "What is this? This is like another
it's Big Brother shit."
Yeah, it's Big Brother. And by the way, like, so you've got, you've like Jill said, and you said, Tom, that it's hard enough to find teachers in the state. They're under attack all the time by the state. They try to, they're trying to go after their union. They're trying to keep their pay down. And
it's one or the other, to me.
Right?
It's like, listen, if you gave me a 6-figure salary, you can Big Brother me,
right?
But you're giving me
you
nothing,
pay me $40,000 a year,
and you're Big Brothering me.
I'm on food stamps, working full time.
Yes,
right?
yeah.
And you're telling me I can't say something in my own private account
right.
while I'm not
you
at
can't
school.
talk about like whether or not
Yeah, I mean, and I'm not necessarily like condoning the speech, but we've talked about this
speech.
on this. Yeah, it is speech.
Yes, it's free speech. It's constitutionally protected speech. Just because you're a teacher doesn't mean you're not governed by the Bill of Rights and you don't have constitutional protections. So we talked about what an actual First Amendment violation was, and we said that under this scenario, I work for Mom and Pop's bakery, right? And I make a post that says, I don't think Charlie Kirk was a good guy. And the bakery owner says, you know what, man? I'm MAGA. I'm offended you did that. Fuck you, Tom. I'm firing you.
Yep.
And then
No
I'm like,
recourse.
oh, buddy, you're screwed. I'm going to sue you for First Amendment. Wrong. That was a private business. They could sue you. You're an at-will employee. And they sued me because they didn't like my speech, okay? Mm-hmm. Now, if I'm a teacher and I work for the state of Indiana and I make the same exact posts and they fire me, it's a different story, right, Attorney Kevin?
Yeah, the only caveat I would say is that there is this like licensure thing, right? So like kind of like in as lawyers, right, we have disciplinary rules and we have to abide by those. So I can't go out and disparage a judge, right? Like, so because they could suspend my license. So in this, what they're trying to do here is kind of almost play a fast one, because I agree with Tom wholeheartedly. If you're a teacher, you have the right to free speech as long as you're not, I would say, substantially disrupting your school because of the speech. And I think that's the standard that they use regarding licenses, substantially disrupting the school. So by putting a post up, and by the way, I don't necessarily agree with what this person said about a post. By putting this post up that basically, said, I'm not that bummed out about Charlie Kirk's death.
Is it this one?
Yes.
Paraphrasing it.
Okay, listen. So it says, this is so President Trump has confirmed the sad news that Charlie Kirk has died. And this teacher, she's a Westville middle school teacher, said, I love receiving good news. And she had like the love emoji.
Yeah,
and it's not
bad
good
taste.
taste. It is bad taste. And that was right after.
Yes.
It was right after Charlie Kirk died.
Yeah.
Yes.
It was after school when she made this post. It was on her personal account.
Yes.
She doesn't identify herself at all as a teacher. So this is truly her personal page. And it caused a firestorm in Westville.
Well, she got outed on this Eyes on Education
Todd
by
Rakita's-
Todd Rakita.
The Eyes on Education portal ratted her out.
Yeah, and I think, John, can you bring up that
And what? She quit?
Right here?
she resigned? Yeah. So this is what Rakita says. Hoosiers, if you have evidence of Indiana educators or school administrators making comments that celebrate or rationalize the assassination of Charlie Kirk, we need to hear from you. These individuals must be held accountable. They have no place teaching our students. So my problem with this, right, is that I didn't see Todd Rakita do this when there were political assassinations in Minnesota.
I know.
All right. So, like, in other words, why wouldn't he say something like evidence of Indiana educators or school administrators making comments that celebrate or rationalize victims of political violence?
Okay.
It's like it makes him look so partisan because it's only about Charlie Kirk.
I know. I just
bad.
I hate going backwards. I say the same thing to Bez. I think, honestly, I'm going to start a new party, and my symbol of the party is not going to be a donkey. It's not going to be an elephant. It's going to be a fucking goldfish, okay? Because the goldfish has no memory. The goldfish has to keep moving forward and doing what's in the goldfish's best interest, and our country is screwed. And both parties are, performing horribly, and we always have something to go back on. You know what I'm saying, Kevin?
Yeah.
I mean, we do it. I acknowledge.
They're
We,
both
the
guilty of it.
And
Yeah.
the Republicans do it.
Yes.
And if we keep doing this, how are we going to move forward? This new party needs to have a goldfish symbol, and we need to claim the Americans that are just totally disenchanted with both parties. And there's a lot of them.
And every time we take a step like this, where it just becomes more and more partisan, it becomes more and more problematic. Because it's like, oh, he did it, so let's us do it. Like, you did it,
That's right.
we're going to do
That's
it.
right. So, like, let's imagine the next president gets elected, and the next president goes in there and, fires fires all the people that work for the federal government, right? Because, hey, Trump did it. I could do it. Suspends teachers that are critical, that are, not woke enough, right? Like, we could do the same thing, and we could totally say, we just got done with the whole era where they were doing the same thing. And if we keep doing this, we're never going to get better.
Best thing to do is just get the federal workforce back to where it was, get everybody working, and move forward as a country.
We didn't even talk
Work
about
together.
The shutdown.
Oh, yeah. What
No.
shutdown?
Yeah.
The shutdown, honestly, it doesn't affect me in the slightest bit. Like my family, we could continue operating like this for a year. I wouldn't notice a difference. Which means I have no reliance on the federal government whatsoever.
Well, I think it's one of those things that you think you don't, but maybe as time goes on, you do. I don't know what's going on with federal courts. Over time, I don't know what's going on. I mean, I know right now they have air traffic controllers working.
Yeah, my wife's in the air.
They're
right
not
now,
happy.
so.
They're not happy, I'm sure.
No.
Are they going to get their paycheck?
Right. I know.
Don't know. Can that go on for a year? Probably not.
Agreed.
I don't know.
I agree, man.
But I mean, to me, I think this shutdown, I don't know. I know the Democrats are taking a little bit of a gamble, but
I don't think so.
Republicans are in control of everything.
I mean,
And
it's
Trump
not the
kinda makes
Democrats'
it
fault. It's the Republicans
Yeah, I
are
agree
in
with
charge
you.
of everything. It's like I saw a picture of a plane crashing today. It was an editorial cartoon.
Ooh, I don't like that.
Plane's crashing, and the elephant jumps out of the cockpit, and he's flying to the ground. He's like, it wasn't my... He was the pilot, obviously. He's like, it wasn't my fault. It was the donkey's fault in 3A. It's like, yeah, you're in charge of the entire government. You're the pilot, and you're blaming the guy sitting in seat 3A. It's like, it's your fault. You're the pilot. If President Biden was president and the government shut down, it's incumbent upon the president to get it done.
Yeah, and they didn't. In a way, I feel like they had the congressional leaders at the White House the day before the shutdown. That's not going to get you. It's not going to solve things. So it's got to get worked out. Got to work it out. And the Democrats are playing the only card they have.
I wouldn't. I'd stay out. Honestly, I'd stay out until the midterms. Go home.
Nice.
Honestly,
Be a lot of federal workers not in.
I
A
know,
lot of
man.
grass not getting cut at the national parks.
What's going on is a disgrace. We have a dictator in office. We got to minimize the damage. He's a dictator. He's a wannabe dictator, and he's got a coalition of government workers and legislators going along with them. It's the perfect storm.
I think just wrapping up this segment. We already talked about the education thing, so I just keep following that. There was an article in the paper the other day about a 31-year English teacher in Valpo. Same thing happened. And I almost say to him, make him fire you.
Did you
instead
see
of resign?
I agree with you.
Make him fire me. You
Because
know what? Hey,
if you
fire
resign,
me.
if you resign, you don't have legal recourse.
Arguably,
right?
you don't have. Yeah, I mean, you still might be able to.
But still, it looks so
forced
much better if you
resignation.
get.
Yeah, I agree. Fire me then.
Yeah, fire me, and then you got a good federal lawsuit.
Say to your
against them.
superintendent, yeah, go ahead.
Yeah, just give me the letter that says I'm terminated.
Tell
so
me
I can
you're going to
hand it
terminate me
directly to
over
my
something
lawyer.
I put on my
That's
Facebook
right,
post.
over my personal Facebook page, because you're setting yourself. That's a 1983 lawsuit all day long, Kev.
I agree.
And those are nasty as hell.
They're nasty.
Yeah, I hate them.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
We're going to come back and we're going to talk about this exciting meeting of 800 generals in Washington, D.C.
I love this. I mean,
it's something.
Yeah. Okay, let's go ahead and we'll start off with some ads. MCR Partners, our one-stop destination for top-notch expertise in economic development, finance, and planning, with a dedicated team geared up to tackle your projects head-on. They're your go-to comprehensive solution providers. Dive into the world of economic development with MCR Partners and let them guide you through the maze of opportunities. Stay in the loop and connected by hitting up their website at mcrpartnersllc.com. For tailored assistance, don't hesitate to reach out to Matt Reardon at 219-741-9511.
Byway Brewing is a family-friendly microbrewery with a spacious tap room and outdoor patio, serving its award-winning craft beer, a chef-driven food menu, and craft cocktails on draft. Their brewing equipment and production facility offer a unique backdrop for events like bridal showers, reunions, or corporate parties. With their new food truck, they can cater to your corporate and private events off-site, just off of 8094 at the Kennedy Avenue South exit. Discover more at bywaybrewing.beer.
Are you facing legal challenges and don't know where to turn? Look no further than Kuklakis Law, your trusted source for legal advice in Indiana and Illinois. Do you need representation buying or selling real estate? Call Kuklakis Law. Do you need help forming your business? Call Kuklakis Law. Did you get injured in a car crash or at your job? Call Kuklakis Law. No matter what your legal issue, call 219-671-6347 for a free consultation. Who are you going to call? Kuklakis. Hablamos español.
The branding room floor. Don't let your business get lost in the shuffle of generic branding and aimless marketing. Trust Northwest Indiana's award-winning full-service marketing agency, The Branding Room Floor. Providing data-driven results to help your business grow in a crowded market is their specialty. From website development and digital advertising to graphic design and branding, the Branding Room Floor will set your business or organization on a clear path to strategic success. Don't wait another day to get started. Visit thebrandingroomfloor.com today.
Cantrell, attorneys at law. Are you injured or in trouble with the law? Give Cantrell and Cantrell a call and schedule your consultation with someone who's in court and at the jail every day. Call John Cantrell at 219-554-4LAW or visit their website at bettercallcantrell.com. John and his wife, Kristen, make a great team and are waiting to hear from you. Thanks to our sponsors.
So this is an interesting story for me, being former military. I was enlisted.
Curious on how you felt about this.
It's just like the military people, especially the bosses, they're like unflappable, man. Like they've been in, how much politics are in the military? To get to the level of an admiral or a general, you're great at politics. You're great at your job. You're usually good looking, in great shape. You have everything going for you. Okay. So and it's interesting that the president thinks that he could intimidate these people. It really is. It's interesting to me. And I think that, they call all the admirals and generals together and they bring them out to Washington, D.C., to Quantico. And it's just sort of interesting to see how Trump and Hegseth approached it. Like, they thought they were going to walk into like a MAGA-filled screaming crowd of people pumping their fists and yelling. And the reception they got was much different.
So here's the president before going to the meeting and what he has to say about the meeting on his way in.
This time. So I'm going over, I'm going to be meeting with generals and with admirals and with leaders. And if I don't like somebody, I'm going to fire him right on the spot.
John?
But I wasn't expecting that. Where did that come from? That was like a very random
He's a
sentence.
guy with a super small penis, man.
I don't know why the president
Why
felt
did he say that?
it was
Because
necessary to say that.
He wants people to think he's like a tough guy. Like, I'm a tough guy. I'm going to fire him on the spot. Like,
well, that's his persona.
But when the thing that you don't understand, I mean, that you have to understand if like military people look at this guy, he's not intimidating at all. One of the scariest things I did was when I was 18 years old, I signed up for 6 years to go in the United States Navy, and I knew nothing about where I was going to end up. That was a hard thing to do. Mm-hmm. And when it was Trump's time to do that, he was not there. And it's so, to see him now act like he's this big, bad, tough guy, it's like you were a coward when it was your turn to do it. You were a coward. So like, it just, every time I see this guy try to act like a tough guy, it just infuriates me.
Well, I think as commander-in-chief, he feels that like now he's the military guy, or
right.
He mentions president of peace, but it's just I think there's something to the fact that like he thinks because he has this power now, he can be tough,
right,
and head of the military.
But it's like hard to not remember the fact that it would be a lot more effective if he was actually a tough guy and actually went to Vietnam, like all of our uncles and grandpas and all the men of that generation, of Trump's generation, all the men of that generation, President Trump, went to Vietnam. You were asked to go to Vietnam also, and you had freaking bone spurs. Oh, they must have been horrible, right? So, like, you get in now and you want to be this big, tough guy. It would be a lot more effective if you actually served.
Yeah, and I think at least with Hegseth, right, he's got that background. I mean, he was in the Army. Was it Marine?
Marines.
Yeah, he's Marines.
Yeah, of course.
And, when he...
No offense.
I thought he was the National Guard.
I don't.
He looks like a jarhead to me.
He served in Iraq, I think, or maybe Afghanistan. I can't
Could you
remember,
look it up real quick?
Yeah,
because I'd hate to mislabel him. I'm going to say he's a jarhead because he strikes me as that way.
We should have looked that up. I apologize. Oh, he studied Princeton. He studied politics at Princeton. I didn't know he was a Princeton guy. He insults the Ivy League all the time.
Wow. And he was deployed to Iraq and Afghanistan.
In what?
There you go.
As a Marine?
Yeah.
As a Marine?
Oh, I don't know. It doesn't say.
I'm gonna.
Ask
I
what
think
branch?
yes.
Yeah.
Yeah. All right. Anyway, going on.
I'm going to ask
so,
you at DBT.
All right. Tom will find out. So this was another weird.
Watch this.
Oh, here we go. What branch? What do we have?
It just says National Guard. That's not right.
He was in the National Guard?
That's what it says.
Deployment, though.
I thought
right?
it was Marines, too.
Well, you could be National. Wait, can you be Marines National Guard or no? Or in the Army?
Army. Yeah.
Okay.
Hold on.
Here we go.
Hey, Chat JBT chick, you there?
Okay.
Are you there?
Nope, sleeping.
Dude, I don't know how to use this.
Oh,
hey,
boy.
Chat GPT.
Someone in chat's probably got it already for us.
Yeah.
Look in chat, John.
Chat. Did Hegseth serve in any branch other than National Guard?
We're gonna find out. He's got a lot of tattoos to show, though. I think that. So this is really interesting. President Trump also during the John, do you have that little clip I had? This is President Trump's speech.
But this is from Secretary of War website. It says Hegseth was commissioned as an infantry officer in the U.S. National Guard.
Okay.
Period.
Army guy.
End of story.
From Princeton. It's a whole nother thing. All right. Anyway, so this speech goes in front of 8. By the way, this has not happened, right? 800 generals and admirals of the United States Armed Forces are here at Quantico, and Hegseth gives a 45-minute speech, and then President Trump comes on. And we're going to do a little bit of both.
Which one do you want first?
I think maybe this is just kind of funny about President Trump. He kind of brings in firemen out of it in his speech, so we're going to listen to this.
Way up to the sky, rescuing one of these ladders that goes way up to the sky, rescuing people, and you have animals shooting at them, shooting bullets at firemen that are way up in death territory. You fall off that ladder, it's over.
So this was in the part of the speech.
I mean, that's happened.
That did happen.
Yes,
that's
happened.
fire.
Yes, it's terrible.
Yeah.
Okay, hold it. Like, how many times? I mean, like, that's happened. I want to say I read about it probably within the last 3 or 4 years. That's actually happened.
Yes.
Where firemen are getting shot at, where they're responding. And
yes.
I don't remember
which is
where.
crazy.
It was that
like,
forest fire.
Yeah, you're right.
It was like
fire.
Utah or something, or Montana or Idaho or something like that, right? And they got like they were responding to it, and they were.
Yeah, I think it was Idaho.
But this was so the interesting
a
thing
Republican state
about this is that he's bringing it up in the context of the lawlessness of American cities.
Right, but he's making it sound like Chicago and
Yes.
like all these places that are getting federal intervention.
And I assume at these cities that once in a while, I bet firemen get shot at, which is crazy, by the way. But it's happened. And so he says, and this is a quote from his speech later. It seems that the ones that are run by radical left Democrats, what they've done to San Francisco, Chicago, New York, Los Angeles, they're very unsafe places. And we're going to straighten them out one by one. And this is going to be a major part for some of the people in this room. It's a war, too. It's a war from within. So he's talking to the generals about, like, hey, I know you're out in the Pacific, and I know you're out in the, in the Far East and on ships and in bases, but part of your job is going to be to make sure our cities are safe.
Firefighters were attacked while responding to a brush forest fire on Canfield Mountain near Coeur d'Alene, Idaho.
Coeur d'Alene.
Mm-hmm. In that incident, the fire was apparently set intentionally to lure the responders into an ambush. That was in.
We talked about it on Block Pod.
That was in Idaho.
Yeah,
a Republican state.
I think somebody
it's not
got
far
killed.
left.
Two people got killed.
I know, and it's a tragedy what's happening, right?
Yes.
But he's making it sound like that shit's happening in Chicago and places like that. It's happening. It's a problem. It's a gun problem, by the way. First off, if everybody wasn't so heavily armed, we wouldn't have these problems.
And mental health.
And a mental health problem. Thank you.
Thank you, Jill.
Going back to the voicemail I got earlier.
Yeah, and so like, it's this whole, obviously this speech that the president wanted to give to the generals, it seemed to me to be more like a political rally speech than anything else. And just the fact, I thought that Hegseth's full speech and Trump's full speech were available like from the Department of Defense website. Department of War, whatever we're calling it now.
It was like a live stream.
Yeah,
I didn't know that.
I was like, okay, are they having secret meetings too, or is this just like for the public's? It was just rally. So bizarre because Hegseth's speech. I watched part of it, probably 20 minutes of the 45 minutes. It's interesting because he's trying to like basically tell the generals, we know we're killing machines, we know that's our job, but it's peace through strength, and we want to make sure everybody knows, even though we're not welcome in polite society all the time, and even though the media could criticize us, the fact that the media can do what they can do is because of what we do. And it was kind of like I guess maybe you consider it a pump up speech, but this was the ending of it, and this was the reception he received. Mm-hmm.
And draw fire, because we are the War Department. Godspeed.
Watch this, Lise. You can actually pinpoint the second when his heart rips in half. And now.
That was just the ending of it. I didn't know the Simpsons were part of that.
He thought there was going to be like a big applause or something.
I guess maybe. I read something that senior officials said that they were instructed only to clap if the Joint Chiefs clap, like at a State of the Union.
Did you see the one where Trump walked in and told them basically, you guys could cheer, it's okay? And they weren't cheering?
No. And he said, yes. Yeah. I saw that. And he said something about, all right, well, if you want to be silent, that's okay too. You do what you want. If you don't obey, then I hope you like your job or something like that. Yeah. It's crazy. It was another. I should have found that quote, actually. That would have been a good video to play. I didn't find that. but I did see it. So I don't know. I mean, as a former military man, Tom, and veteran,
I've been in those rooms. Nobody claps in those rooms, and your job is just to sit at attention and don't fall asleep. Like, honestly, and usually you're dead tired because they run you ragged in the military. I remember I was in a speech like that, and I fell asleep, and I got in big trouble.
Wow,
like big trouble. Like, almost got kicked out of boot
Some of
camp.
these guys are probably jet lagged. Like, you're coming from China.
They're coming from across the world.
Like,
and they have to sit at attention. Yeah. And they got to be, like, on, high alert. Like, because if you fall asleep, you're going to be like me. You're the guy that's in trouble.
Mm-hmm.
How much do you think it costs to bring all
Trump
of
said
them?
a little bit, but it was worth it.
100%.
But, like, a lot of the places that they're stationed, they don't have, the capability to get back easily. So,
I just thought to myself, like, what a dangerous moment in a way for our country in the sense that, like, could you imagine if some of the people that do want to do us harm know that every general's in the room in Quantico? And, I mean, I guess, obviously we have
It was like Charlie
plans,
Kirk's funeral. I thought about that. Like, every cabinet member was there in that under one roof.
Yeah.
You're not even supposed to do that.
No, I don't even think that,
State of the Union, they leave the Department of Energy guy behind.
Mm-hmm.
I'm not feeling great about where we are as a country or even as a region. I really just don't. I just think we're like really, really lost right now, and it stresses me out, man. It really does. I find myself like just generally like downbeat because of all the stuff. It's just hard to be positive, right now. But gonna keep plugging. We got Lockpod.
We got the Cubs.
We can stick together. We got the Cubs. Hopefully Notre Dame wins out and brighten.
Bears might win again. Oh, they're on a bye.
Yeah, we got Taylor Swift's new album. That's good stuff.
See, there's bright things.
It is bright.
Now you're back to glass half full.
It'll gridlock government again, which is great.
By the way, man, stay out. You guys, stay home. I don't care.
Vote?
No. I don't
Gotta
care.
vote.
I could care less about the federal government being shut down. I could care less, honestly.
It's not. I think it's. I don't think it. I think you're right. It's not good for Republicans with the government shut down. They're in charge.
I agree.
Yeah.
Trump needs money to get stuff done. If he has no money because Congress isn't meeting, he's not doing harm, in my opinion. So anyway, appreciate you guys. Nice to listen to you. Nice to talk to you again. Jill, it's great to see you. Congrats on the new album dropping. Jay Vez.
Proud moment.
Yep.
It is a proud moment. Good job.
Can't wait to listen to it.
I know. Jay Vez, great to see you, bud.
Thanks.
Appreciate you. Kevin Chandler,
Yes,
always great.
Go Cubs.
Coming to you from Lockpod, from the Locomotive, the former Locomotive.
That's it. Leave it there.
You want to email me? You know where to reach me. I'm not going to say it. You just know. Okay. Thanks, everybody. Appreciate you. We love you. Sponsors, listeners, national sponsors who want to sponsor our show. Thank you all. We appreciate you all. We'll see you on Tuesday when we come back with another high-quality episode. Thank you all. Lockpod's out.